Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. Today's video is going to be about a topic that I've talked about in passing on this channel but never made a full video about, and that is going to be burnout. Because it is a very big problem in at least Smash Ultimate right now. If you don't know what the concept of burnout is, it's just like you just get too tired, like you're overworking yourself, you're doing too much of one thing, and it starts affecting your performance, your mental health, your physical health, all that kind of stuff. Basically, in this context, it's like Smash players are going to too many tournaments because there's too many, and it's making them play worse. It's making them not like the game as much. It's just making it all around not as fun. And it might sound like it might sound like oh, this is very privileged. You get to play video games for a living. How can you get burnt out on that? But then you have to consider, okay, you are traveling across the state, or not the state, the states, every weekend, every other weekend. That's like a journey like that most people will make once a year, twice a year, if ever. A lot of people don't travel like at least that much. You're going across state, and then sometimes you're going from country to country. You have people from Canada, people from Mexico traveling to the U.S. for tournaments. Then you have people going from other continents. You have people going from Europe, Japan, all over the world. And it's like, when you think about it that way, it's like, okay, that is a really, really big journey to be making every week just to go back and do it again. I don't want to use specific examples because that kind of just feels like ragging on people. But I'm sure a lot of people know like who I mean. You can look at performances, and you can tell when burnout starts affecting people because they don't play as well. They don't like the game as much. And granted, not liking the game isn't, well, I guess kind of like liking the game and then playing it too much is kind of burnout. But I'm talking more travel burnout because I think that is the main problem. Summer of Smash, there's always a ton of events, and this was no exception. There's basically an event once every week. Here, I'm going to pull up the Smash tournaments that have happened throughout summer. Smash tournaments 2022. Because there was one basically every week. I think there was a total of 3 weeks of break. That's talking on my bum, but we're going to see right now. Alright, so July. The first week of July, we have Gommel and Colossal. Next week, we have Double Down. And then we have a 2-week break, which is really nice, really needed. And then we have Smash Factor and Kagaribi. And then we have SmashCon. There is a week break between that. And then we have Rising Grind next week. And then we have Meisuma, Ultimate Wanted, and Shine the next week. And then now we have nothing this weekend, or I guess the weekend that just happened. But we had PAX, and we also had Wave. And then there's something in Europe as well. I forget the name. I think it was Boss Battle. I could be completely wrong though. But yeah, again, that was like, what, 4 weeks of total break? And granted, some of these tournaments are happening like across the world. So it's like, in Meisuma Top 8, there was 3 Japanese tournaments, which over 2 months isn't that bad. There's a lot of EU tournaments, actually, like more than there normally is. There was, let's see here, I guess E-Carabiner doesn't really count, and neither does, I'm going to count King of Fields because it was like right at the week of summer starting. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, but then NA, which is where it's a real problem, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a ton, and CEO 6, because I kind of King of Field weekend. And you also had right before that Crown and Invitational, 2 tournaments the same week, and before that you had Battle of BC. Before that, you had Momocon with a week break. It is a ton of tournaments happening all at once, and I don't think it's healthy. Not kind of for the game, but just more for the players, going to every single one of them. Because if you want to be the best in the world, you're going to want to have like a ton of performances where you do really, really well. But let's say you're just really, really tired, and you're like, it's fine, I'll go to the tournament, I'll bust out this week, it's whatever. And then you get like, I don't know, you're a super top player, you get like 25th. It's like, it's not the worst in the world, but normal circumstances, you do better. You're like, okay, it's whatever, tournament next weekend, I'll do better. Same thing, place kind of not well again. And then it's like you just keep going to tournaments over and over and over, and people are not giving themselves a break because they're committed, they want to be the best, they have a passion for the game. But when there's no time to actually get better because you're always doing at tournaments, and granted, you get better by being at tournaments, of course you do. But you also get better by like resting, staying at home, resetting mental, doing research, labbing, all these things which can be done in tournaments, but it's definitely not as, I want to say accessible, but for lack of a better term, just like it's not as easy to do at a tournament. You can't like VOD review, just like sitting down being like, okay, how do I need to get better? And of course I'm only talking about like the super top players that have the time to do it anyway. But it's like, it just doesn't give you a real mental break, and you're also constantly working. If you're always traveling, you are, let's say the event is, most events are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at least the bigger ones. Let's say this one is just Saturday, Sunday. Let's say you travel out Friday morning or Thursday night, and you leave Monday morning, and you get home Monday night. So that is 4 days out of a 7-day week that you are gone. And then between that, let's say you have a tournament next weekend, you leave Thursday, tournament starts Friday, so you might even leave Wednesday. That is 2-3 days break, which is just not enough. And again, you're traveling across the world. And there's also, if you're a super top player, there's a ton of pressure on you to do well, to perform well. If you have a sponsor, it's like, okay, people are like watching you. You have thousands of viewers watching you. A lot of pressure there. And then when you start like not doing as well, it can really affect someone's mental. And then it's like, okay, I need to prove myself this weekend, because there's a lot of examples of like, let's say Esam, for example. I think Esam is a great example of kind of like the mental that a lot of people have with Smash right now. It's like Esam went to Battle of BC in June, and then he went to Shine in late August. That's like a 1 month, 2 month break, but people are like, Esam doesn't go to tournaments anymore, hasn't for a while. He missed like 1 month and a half of tournaments, and it's like, you're written off the map. People forget. They forget very quickly, because if you're not going to every single thing, people just like don't remember you exist. Like Cosmos winning Shine again. Cosmos having a bad performance, and people just wrote him off, even though he did very well at Gommel. He had very consistent performances before Gommel. He just had a couple bad tournaments in a row, and people were like, okay, Cosmos is never that good. Wasn't really ever, like, Cosmos at one point was like probably top 10 in the world, but people just forget so quickly. And when you're not even going to the tournaments, it's like you fall off people's radars really hard. It puts so much pressure on people, which I think is just really unhealthy. It's really unfortunate as well. It's not very fair to like be forcing these players to go to tournaments every single week just so they can like keep their fake spot up there for like a ranking. And I think that Panda Cup and Smash World Tour, while interesting, I wish it was done in a way where you didn't have to go to like every single Smash World Tour event. I like the way Panda Cup does it way more, where it's like, okay, I won a Panda Cup tournament, I never have to go to a Panda Cup tournament again. You still can, because like people still do like going to tournaments. It's not like every single top player hates traveling now. They hate going to tournaments. I imagine a strong majority of them still love doing it, and like that's why they do it. But when you win a Panda Cup tournament, it's like you don't have this obligation now to go. It feels like you have to go to every Smash World Tour Championship because you kind of want to really badly be in that finale for like that money, that prize spot, because it is people's livelihoods on the line again. Like a lot of people are doing this like full time for Smash, and then people that aren't even doing full time Smash, like they're working like full weeks and then traveling on the weekend and then coming back working a full week, traveling again. I don't think there's anyone that can do that. It's not possible. I don't know if you are doing that. You're an insane person, and I respect you too much. But yeah, I think burnout is a really big problem. I think it's kind of getting resolved right now because there was a slowdown in tournaments. But you can see it affected Riptide's performance heavily. Not to knock on Riptide, but I just think it came at a bad time, honestly. Because Riptide before, it was the first major back, ton of entrants, really stacked tournament. This Riptide, not as stacked, still a lot of entrants, but you can see that the top players entering is way less. And I really think that it's because of burnout. But then again, in September, we don't have really any majors. We do have Summit, which is nice, but that's only 16 people. And I think that is more of a leisure event. I honestly don't know, but it feels like Summit would be, I guess, more eyes on it, so maybe it's more stressful. But yeah, I don't know. 16 people is definitely not the same as a major. And then October, I don't know what tournaments. This is all for NA, by the way. I don't know what Japanese tournaments are happening, or EU tournaments, or even tournaments in the other parts of the world. But NA has the most tournaments by far, or at least most majors, so that's the main focus. But yeah, I think we have a little break in October. That we have Ludwig's tournament, which is, again, a very select amount of people. It's around, I think, 100, adding LCQ. So that's nice at least. There probably is a tournament in there that I'm forgetting about. I'm sure there is. And then November, again, I also don't know what's really happening in November. I know Glitch is in there somewhere. I'm pretty sure Glitch is late September. And then there's probably one or two more. You should actually put them in the comments, because my radar for Ultimate tournaments is terrible. It's like I find out about them and then I make a video. But yeah, I do think the burnout problem is being resolved a little bit right now because we are having a bit of a break after Riptide, which I think is much needed. Players deserve a break. It's not easy to do what they're doing. It's very only a select few people in the world can be doing this, and wearing out on it that just seems really unfortunate. You should love what you're doing. And this is something where you definitely can, and I think we should give people the opportunity. And then also just like come in with more of a mindset now. It's like, okay, I guess the main takeaway of this video is like, just let people can take a break, and it's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. If someone doesn't go to a tournament for 2 months, they're not out of the game. They're just taking a little break. Maybe they didn't feel safe because COVID is still a problem. It's still a real threat that people need to be careful about. Burnout's still a thing. People have personal lives on top of Smash. You just need to consider all of these things. And yeah, that's the main takeaway. Burnout is a thing. It sucks. Let people take a break. Don't be hard on them. Because you know what? They deserve it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If I wasn't clear about anything or you have something to add that you think I didn't touch on that's important, please comment it down below. Riptide video, a prediction for that should be coming out tomorrow. I just don't want to do it tonight with the all the stuff, the allegations with Elegant, because he's a major part of that video. So we're just going to wait that out. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to sub, all the yada yada. Any ideas for videos, please let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.